Oh, hello there. And welcome to the DOOMBRINGER Duel League, here for the second week in a row. Unbelievable consistency. My name is GMT, and as ever, I am joined by my good... Just me. Just Andy is ill. Jahar doesn't love me. 40 Lions is very busy posting things on Instagram, so it's just me. But hey, no one's ever been sick of me. Anyway. We have some games today. We have 4 coming up for you, all live as well. None from the demos. You love to see it. We're going to start off with a very interesting matchup. Both players that have spent a decent amount of time in Doombringer. And also have gone on to some great successes elsewhere. Our opener is, of course, Prod1G versus LuGia. It should be a good one. These are both middle to high level players. Neither are favorites to win the tournament, but also... everyone should be reasonably scared of them. We saw LuGia last week especially. His aggression is wild, very unpredictable. People don't know how to deal with it. Prod1G's a rock-solid player. And so I think this is a little bit of, you know, really, really quirky play versus quite fundamental-oriented play. So there's Prod1G. He's a Doombringer 2v2 champion, currently 2-0. He's got LuGia, Stink, and Jagriff. Middling list of fixtures there, I think. You know, LuGia, he probably should be. Stink like Sock, who I think is in very good form, actually, is going to be difficult, but Jagriff definitely on for that as well. Prod1G is a very, very solid player. If he really levels up and ends up in the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. Equally, if he doesn't get there, it's not a huge upset either. Interesting player for that reason, and we're going to keep our eyes on him very keenly. On the other side, the Finn, it's LuGia. You may well know him from CPM, where he has been an active player for a very long time. Currently 2-1 on the record. Not bad. I can't remember who he lost to. I think it was someone really unreasonably good, though. So that's absolutely fine. And he's got Prod1G. It's going to be a tough one. We'll see how he does. Nick should be a win for LuGia. And then Stink like Sock as well. Who, well, the thing about Stink is he's mercurial. Some days he's amazing. Some days he's not. I still fear him, but that's probably because I've faced him far too many times. But anyway, I think that's enough of me waffling on, and I think that we should maybe get into our first match. It's going to be Prod1G versus LuGia, beginning on Duel 5. Let's get it on. Once Prod1G ready's up. There we go. And let's get it on. It is going to be Duel 5. Interesting map for it. Am I surprised to see Duel 5? Not really. Both of these guys have played a decent amount of Doombringer, which means that this isn't a map they're going to ban off the start like maybe some inexperienced players are. LuGia immediately going to have something of a dream start. Taking down Prod1G there at Mega. RJ is, that's actually quite costly, and also he moves past LG ammo there. I think it's slightly questionable from LuGia, to be honest. Health is at such a premium here that I think RJs are generally a little weak. And I would also say that, you know, the LG ammo also at a premium. You should be on that like ants at a picnic. All right, 1-1 that Prod1G back on the board while I was getting my chat up. Here we are, on the red. Through the telly. Mega's not going to be there for a long time. And, ooh, could have been dicey for either of them. Prod1G going to try and get out. And I think with LG, he should be able to. Yeah, LuGia doesn't chase that, and rightly so. All right. Red Mega clash. YA goes to Prod1G. Is he going to be able to bully LuGia off here? With the high ground, but the rockets aren't great if we're honest. LG is in either the shotgun, the saving grace there, and he's onto the Mega with the superior positioning. Telly behind him. Good stuff from Prod1G there after some not so good stuff. Dropping down, big rocket, and that is going to be the second frag for him. So yeah, the LG ammo on Duel 5. It's a major item. That's the joke in a lot of Doombringer maps, is like a random ammo box will be a major item. Or, for instance, on Duel 1, the 3 ammo boxes above red, almost certainly more valuable than the red itself. LuGia fires back with Gotland. What a weapon that is. Now, Prod1G goes on the Mega, does pick it up, but with no weaponry. Gonna take a spill as well. 3 for 3 now. As I said this was going to be an even matchup, and it is so far looking just like it. LuGia gets so much damage on that red. He's kind of stuck. But Prod1G lets him get back up. Potentially going to be getting some health here as well. Would love to have seen him pick up the ammo there, but instead back to the Mega. Now, if he gets on the red hit, it's not really worth that much. LuGia's just playing stay alive for this moment and see what he can make happen a little bit later down the line. Hopes for a top YA, not there, and Doombringer. Yeah, Prod1G's on it. He's got the same bind as me. Rainbow Doombringer, best Doombringer. Decent damage there for LuGia, but it's not enough to push Prod1G off, who now gets to cover both mages. LG strong though, and will LuGia be able to get to the Mega quick enough from the high ground? But he can't drop now. Prod1G's there through the telly, and he is large and also in charge. See, here's the thing, Andy, right? When it's the Pokemon, I say LuGia. But then when I used to cast him in Reflex and they said LuGia, people said it was LuGia. So, God only knows. I tried not to upset people back in the day. Whereas now I actively try to upset people, so maybe I should switch it up and call him LuGia. Only the best here at Tim Conlon, the home of the DOOMBRINGER Duel League. Don't we all, Zor? Don't we all? Well, if he wins this series, we'll ask him. He's finished. He'll give a very straightforward yes or no answer. And what is that? Dear Lord. Prod1G hits some ridiculous rockets sometimes. Such an all-rounder. Same in 2v2. He provides 2v2 to Duel, I think. And his team with Respa is scary just because they're both really mechanically consistent, both pretty disciplined as well. And they try. And, you know, they play their game and they take it quite seriously. It's a good couple of lads. Through the telly, does LuGia chase? No. I think there's an argument for it. But for the moment, 5 minutes to go and they need to be making those desperate moves. Thank you guys so much for joining us here at the DOOMBRINGER Duel League. Week 2. It's just going to get more and more exciting from here, as we have a bit of a lull in the action. Prod1G hasn't been off at least a large armor stack in a long time. Pretty consistently tanky at the moment. Straight on the red, comes out for the Mega. It's going to be such a tough fight for LuGia. Does I mean, he gets that Mega. I still feel like Prod1G can assert himself on the red. Will he though? We'll see. Has so much LG ammo. So much everything ammo. And oh, here's the trap from LuGia. Is it going to be good enough? Rockets come out. Shotgun off the mark. And oh god. Oh god. One of them should die. Neither of them die. Oh! Oh. That is... Yeah. That's... Alright. Some weird things are happening. Some very weird things indeed. Up top goes LuGia. Going to be picking up his own LG. Dropping down now and... Oh, not bad, not bad. Needs to hit. And he does. Doombringer makes me clench a lot these days. Just, it's a scary game. because everything does so much damage that when you miss, it feels like the game's just over. Prod1G going to drop down onto an LG rocket as well. LuGia. One off tying now, and through the telly you go. Shotgun is there, and a couple of shots in the back will do it. Not a great stack now for LuGia, but he does have timing on just about everything. Or at least he could. He's got the weaponry. Now, the question is, where does Prod1G go? If he goes high, he gets LG, and he does. Can he then make his way onto that Mega in time? I think so. Red's first. Prod1G spams out, goes to Red himself, and I think he'll get it. LuGia now realizes what's happened and would love to get to this Mega, but not in time. Through the telly comes Prod1G, and we're at 8-7. The mind games. The second guess is the decisiveness of Prod1G there, I think, is what ultimately won him both those items and the frag. LuGia was a little bit of a halfway house, and now trying to aggress onto the red. Not gonna happen. Off spawn, already caught. LG's there. Shotgun as well. Steal the red? Okay, does at least steal the red. He's gonna be low away, eh? Come up, get the shotgun. It's an okay-ish fight sometimes, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. And straight RJ to the top for Prod1G. I like that a lot. Great position on the map. Knew he could get away with the jump as well, and had the stack to back it up. 150. 70 as well. Shotgun coming out from LuGia. It's a little bit hopeful, I think. Now we play the Duel 5 game. Yay! He won! He got out. You don't always get out on Duel 5. Big shot from LuGia could change things. This could be the beginning of something beautiful. No. Doesn't chase quite hard enough. Gonna be a little bit of stack for Prod1G. Through the telly. LuGia will find him here. Can he beat him though? Has he got the weaponry actually? I'm not sure he does. He doesn't have LG. He has shotgun Gatling. Just straight through. Has to hit here. No, Prod1G, you absolute mate. You are sitting on a Mega and you go out and do that. Oh, dear Lord. Why? Why not, he says. I love it. Some bold play. Questionable, but bold. Well, that is going to be all she wrote, and what was a very entertaining Duel 5. I think LuGia actually impressed me more than I was expecting him to. Yeah, a strong game from him. Prod1G as well, of course. Who does obviously win the map. Yeah, a really good showing for both. And now we go to Duel 2, and two maps could not be more different. Well, actually, no, they definitely could be more different. But this is where LuGia is going to feel so much more comfortable with that CPM background. At that higher pace, we're going to be able to see his aim do wonders for him. And we see the rail come into play as well. We are now going to ready up and get into this here on Duel 2.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Prod1G making the jump over to the rail. Red doesn't pick up Gatling, but questionable in my opinion, and that's even more questionable. But now we can see what he does with the point and click rifle, as some people call it in some games that shall not be named. The inferior DB. So inferior we had to put a T at the end. Bang. 4 in a row? Oh, sad. You have no idea. LuGia, clutch. LuGia's LG looks vicious today. That's an easy red for him as well. I don't think there's much Prod1G can do. Oh! Fantastic. And straight it. All right. Using the enemy's rocket knockback to help them. Fantastic. LuGia, he was so entertaining last week, and he's so entertaining this week as well. He keeps it going. Prod1G, what you gonna do, bud? Looks for grenades there. This is clinical from LuGia. Fantastic spawn fragment. And he's a CPM player, right? He should be able to do this in his sleep. Out with the red. Dodges the grenades reasonably well. Once again, rockets propel him forward straight into Prod1G. Oh, he's jumping for it? This is wild stuff. Maybe overeager there. Now up against Prod1G, but the rockets land true and oh, doesn't switch to rail. Goes for the bolter instead. Mad amounts of style, but it doesn't come off for him. And now he has to try and defend this red, and he just can't. 1 to 8, then Prod1G on the board. What can you do from here? Oh, he's completely caught unawares. And LuGia takes control back immediately. So it's lower way A, red, mega. LuGia should know that he wants LG before he goes to red. And this should be fairly easy to defend it. I mean, Prod1G probably could have stolen it there, but he was never getting out alive. LuGia's LG is rock solid today. Not that it's ever poor or anything, but this is really something else. What sort of ping's we on? 12 and 54. Dear Lord. He's doing this with 54 ping. Recky's a god. 12 and 0. I wasn't expecting this. I know it's a CPM map. I know LuGia is very good, but I wasn't expecting this. All gas, no brakes. That is surprising, Rasper. Maybe he just knows how oppressive your rail is. Could be. Oh, okay. Big trades. And it's going to be tough from here. 4 minutes in, you're down 14 frags. But if Strong Sage has taught us anything, and I think he has, it's that comebacks on this map happen. Oh, but... Dios mío. Oh. Alright. LuGia. I've stopped by 8. Red goes to Prod1G. 15 frags to make up. Good round. Doesn't need too much of that rocket either. Prod1G's okay here. LuGia's rockets, actually. His LG's been fantastic. His rockets have been as well. Onto the mega. Now over to red, and I think it's his. Prod1G does need to get into this one sooner rather than later, I think. Seeing very limited rel usage, I feel, from either. Compared with what I would consider the norm on Duel 2. Yeah, hasn't really looked challenged. Which is, I think, a testament to how different these maps have been. And the variety of the map pool in Doombringer, because Duel 5... On Duel 5, Prod1G did look the better for sure. name is Doombringer! Exclamation point Doombringer in the chat. I haven't won a game in years, boys. There's no need to rub it in. I'm losing to Christus. Prod1G then on the comeback. Rel's out for the boys. Rel's out for Harambe. Remember Harambe? Good times. Prod1G doesn't really have time, I don't think. And okay. Yeah, that's something. Scarecrow with some mad, outdated combination of moves. Fantastic. Prod1G, then I think this is his last opportunity. 6 to 21, 15 frags to... It's not happening, is it, boys? I think we're going to a map 3. Some lovely rows from Prod1G, but doesn't come together. And I have no idea what the third map is. They did the selection. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm going to imagine that it's not Duel 4. Could be Duel 1, could be GT4, could be Duel 3. Could be Error Walk. I don't think Prod1G would let Tox and Error Walk through, though. At least, I don't think he should have. We'll see. If it's Error Walk, I favor LuGia, honestly. Just watching them. Error Walk and GT4. Yeah, that sounds sensible for me. There is still time. I could potentially see LuGia dropping Duel 1 instead of Duel 3, but either. LuGia gets another frag on the board with the Gotlong. You love to see it. But yeah, while we are in the twilight moments of this duel, let's plug some things. Exclamation point Doombringer in the chat, and you're going to be taken to the doombringer.eu website, where you can have a look at all the information about the Doombringer Duel League, as well as, and perhaps more importantly, have a look at Doombringer itself. You can download it, play multiplayer for free, or you can buy the single player. Currently, there is one act, which I think is 8 levels. 8 quite long levels as well. And there'll be more in the future. Yeah, if you buy the game, you're supporting the developers and you're supporting the Doombringer Duel League and any competitions like it in the future. Bang. 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 There we go then. LuGia over Prod1G on Duel 2. Lovely stuff. Where do we go though? Is it Duel 1? Is it Duel 4? Is it Duel 3? I think those are all possible. I think Error Walk shouldn't be possible if Prod1G knows what he's doing. But yeah, we are now loading in. We're going to know very shortly that it is in fact Duel 1. I like it. I like it a lot. The seminal Doombringer map. Let's get into it.
3, 2, 1, fight!
All right, I'm on board with Luke. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Doombringer. Welcome. Prodigy just all into there. Absolutely wild. Through the telly. Enemy behind him. LuGia doesn't have a lot of stack. So much respect. Prodigy doesn't want to jump for that LG until he knows he can cross very safely. He's now, yeah, I think going to go for the fight on the red rather than taking the free mega. Up against the LG, though, that could have been dangerous. LuGia had a decent bead on him there. Who now is going to collect the mega, maybe? Maybe? No. Okay. Big advantage now for Prodigy. Mutual telefrag is intentional, as far as I'm aware. And if it wasn't intentional, it should have been fixed a long time ago. Because it's not like it's unknown. No, I'm pretty sure it's intentional. Oh. Bit of a slower game here. As you would expect on Duel 1, huge rocket for Prodigy, who's now going to come sweeping in. Misses with one shotgun though. An LG from low ground. We're going to talk about it a lot during this league. And now is one such occasion. Prodigy didn't... Oh, no. Okay. The slow little walk up the stairs. Some people can't walk up that many stairs these days. LG in the back. He is oppressive in his aggression. Up the jump pad, of course. Shotgun as well. Bang. LuGia pushes in. Some nice shooting from Prodigy, but I think the positioning was off. Look at this LG today. LuGia, you madman. Oh, and the Doombringer spawns have not been kind. LuGia, this is so good. All day on the spawn frags, he's been vicious. On this red, uncontested? No, Prodigy comes in. It's going to be a probing... It was going to be a probing rocket and a rail, but no. LuGia just banged him out. Rocket at range. Where is Prodigy and what is he doing? He's getting mega. That's something. Can he work with it now? Work his way into contest. Currently above LuGia. LuGia will win this fight. Of course he wins this fight. Absolutely. Every day of the week, because that's a normal thing that happened. He didn't have a Danny LaRue where his opponent was. Doesn't matter, apparently. LuGia is a chill dude. I think he can play a really basic game from here on Duel 1 and win. When you have this sort of a lead on Duel 1, unless you're getting really heavily outrailed, I feel like red armor is significantly defensible enough that you should be okay. But as I say that, Prodigy walks in. Red and Mega to Prodigy. Dropping down, bit of damage. Needs it. Bang. Bang. Okay, he's back in contention stack-wise. That's huge. A little bit lacking on the ammo. On the red too early. Okay. I think Prodigy... Yeah, he can drop down here. He can push LuGia off, and then he can back away onto the Mega if he wants. Or he can just fight for the red. He's going to take the damage, I think. Hits a couple of nice... This is fantastic out of control play from LuGia. And it's not as simple as rushing in at the right time. It's not like picking an item 2 or 3 rotations from now, doing a big assault and trying to make that stick. Instead, he's taking the damage. Sometimes he's a little bit out of position, I think, when it comes to the items. But then he's using that to his advantage. Oh, does connect. Yeah, LuGia's going to find it to be hard to get out of here. And the slug penetrates from downtown. 4 to 8 now. As we switch perspective. Mega is up. Prodigy's going to get it, I think. And I like his position. 165, 200. Up against not a whole lot from LuGia. Even the way is being taken. But you can see LuGia is playing keep away pretty well here. Hasn't been easy to find. Now on the red. Can he defend it? Big direct. And walks away. It's a net gain of, well, probably about minus 50 stack there for Prodigy. Just running. Just LuGia is running away. RJ? Missing the shotgun there, though, is... Oh. That would hurt my insides. Bang. Prodigy back on the board. 5 to 8 now. 2 minutes remaining. These two are having an exceptional series, aren't they? Onto the route. 1 slug in the chamber. It's all he's got to work with, unless he can make his way down to that red. And he will. Dropping through. LuGia. Happy to play time, it seems. Through the tally comes Prodigy. But LuGia, I think, is going to steal away the red. And that is monumental. Prodigy all in here. Rocket comes out from LuGia. The LG as well. It's pretty good using the rel. I'm not sure it's the best. And LuGia does take him down 5 to 9 now. 1.5 minutes on the clock. LuGia can play as plus back as he likes. Prodigy needs miracles. All came down to that fight. He was all in. I think he was right to be all in, but the weapon selection let him down. And LuGia's shaft was enough. And there we go. 6 frags to make up in 50 seconds. I dare say it's not happening. LuGia. This is an upset for me. I know that Prodigy is pretty rusty. And this isn't the best form we've ever seen him in. But LuGia is looking crisp. Very, very strong showing, I thought, last week. And this week, even better. Superb. Great series as well. 2 to 1. Prodigy comes out swinging on Duel 5. Looks the better player. We go to Tox. LuGia just puts in a commanding performance there. Never really looked in doubt. Come to Duel 1 and Prodigy was almost on for the comeback. But it didn't quite happen. There we go. That is our first series of the night. Congratulations to LuGia. 2-1 up against Prodigy in what I will describe as a very minor upset. Great series. Really great series. Coming up, if the players are around, which I hope they are. Dem6 versus Escanor in sort of a lower tier game, but should be an interesting one. One quite new player, one very veteran player in Dem6. We'll be having a look at that in just a few.